Thank you, Monica, and everybody who showed up on this call. I'm super grateful to share what has totally transformed my life. It's interesting. I'm just going to share this because it's the anniversary of my mother's passing today. And I realized that I know she'd be smiling down on me. I inherited a lot of difficult stuff from my mother who went through the war. I look at this virus as something that's been difficult for all of us, but I think about my ancestors who went through wars and what it was like for them, and how grateful I am that we have practices that can keep us in a state of balance and equilibrium as all of these challenges we're faced with every single day. Breath is key, and setting up our days with a sense of reverence for another day to live, another day to breathe, another day to be in a place of love in our hearts is pretty remarkable. So I don't want to talk a lot about the science of breathing. There is so much research that has shown that when we all have different breathing patterns, and we all hold our breath in ways that, like, if we're tense, we hold our breath. If we're anxious, we hold our breath. We just are not fully feeling our body tempo because we're shut down. Even in a state of joy, we have a different breath. But it's like, how do we stay and lean into that joy instead of that tension and that fear? And the quickest vehicle to get there is to remember to develop the habit of breathing, of becoming conscious of how we breathe. So my purpose today is really to strengthen you, within you, what it takes to calm your nervous system down, to create this harmony with your heart and your mind, so you know that you have this medicine inside, this healing medicine 24/7 available to you to take you out of that place of fear or anxiety or even reaction mode. It's like, if we can just remember every time we feel like we're going to react to something that's unsettling, to just take a deep breath. Or if we're at our computer and something comes in that's upsetting, just to turn away, to breathe. But what I really want to encourage all of you to do and inspire you to do by giving you an experience of a breath practice is to set up each day, to arise each day with a sense of gratitude for another day and a sense of reverence of, what am I going to do with this precious day? And to sit, to create that place in your home, that in your room in a corner, where you create a ritual, where you light a candle, where you put on a prayer shawl, where you place objects that make you feel good, fresh flowers or things you've collected on a walk, a beautiful cloth on your little table, just to create a space where you know you're going to go to every day. And you can begin with 5 minutes, and that will become 10 minutes. And I guarantee you, as time goes on, because of this ease that you feel when you return there, you'll keep coming back for more. I mean, now I sit every day for an hour easily, but it wasn't that way in the beginning. Yeah, I think that we can say we're going to breathe, but unless you really make that conscious effort to create that time and space, with compassion, and be kind to yourself when your brain starts going in different places and you say, oh, I can't breathe, or I don't have time, or my kids are here, or this or that, just to know that this time of self-care in this time that we're living in is not even an option. How are we going to deal with all these challenges that keep coming at us unless we know we can find that place of calm in our bodies? So instead of continuing talking about this, I want to start today with a poem, so we can kind of settle in. And I want to ask you all to to be seated comfortably, to find a posture in your chair where your spine is upright, where you feel a sense of balance in your sits bones, where you feel an opening in your chest, just to set yourself up to receive a lot of love. You can place your hands on your lap open. You can use this mudra, which is very common that you see in all the Buddhas, but it's like relinquishing ego. The thumb meridian is directly connected to the heart, and this is the pointing finger, the ego finger, and when we put them together, we can relinquish our ego. So if that feels comfortable for you, do it, and if it doesn't, no problem, just let them rest comfortably in your lap. And this poem is called Morning Offering. It's by John O'Donohue, who is a friend who got plucked from this planet way too soon. Close your eyes and just receive. All that is eternal in me welcomes the wonder of this day. The field of brightness it creates, offering time for each thing to arise and illuminate. I place on the altar of dawn the quiet loyalty of breath, the tent of thought where I shelter, waves of desire I am sure to, and all beauty drawn to the eye. I place on the altar of dawn the quiet loyalty of breath, the tent of thought where I shelter, waves of desire I am sure to, and all beauty drawn to the eye. May my mind come alive today to the invisible geography that invites me to new frontiers, to break the dead shell of yesterdays, to risk being disturbed and changed. May I have the courage today to love the life that I would love, to postpone my dream no longer, but to do at last what I came here for, and waste my heart on fear no more. May I have the courage today to live the life I would love, to postpone my dream no longer, but to do at last what I came here for, and waste my heart on fear no more. So settle in to your breath right now. I invite you just to relax down, and on the exhale, just allow the exhale to total release. Feel your sits bones as you're grounding forward. You can even imagine like the roots of trees grounding you down. And on the inhale, bringing in a deep inhale up through your spine, your neck, your head, up above the crown chakra, inhaling and then letting go, completely releasing on the exhale. Continue breathing in this way, just like a circular breath of in, up through your spine and your shoulders. Let your shoulders relax and your jaw relax as you're breathing in, and releasing on every exhale, receiving. Just keep tuning into your breath. I invite you just to feel whatever you are feeling in your breath. Be in a place of compassion for yourself. Breathing in, receiving, and on every exhale, letting go. Bringing your awareness again to the inhale, the deep, full, circular, connected Inhale, and easy, easy, easy letting go on the exhale. Every inhale is informing you about the reality surrounding you, and the air you're breathing is full of information. And the information coming into you is nourishment. And this information is also a source of security. The easy inhale and the time of the exhale. And if your mind wanders and thoughts come in, just let them come in, welcome them, and let them go back out with the exhale. Easy, easy. Inhale, rolling back into the next exhale. Conscious, connected, circular breathing, which is nourishing you, and acting as a vehicle for your divine intelligence to come in, to get closer, to know you better. This really natural process of interaction with all that is. You receive it. And with every out breath is being given to all the intelligent systems, to all the cells in your body, so that every cell is using this information to balance itself, to harmonize itself, to reassure itself, so that all of you, all the levels of you, is receiving what is needed. Everything I need, I have. Everything I need, I receive. I invite you to feel within this felt sense, experience your verticality as you're sitting. Feel your spine, the boundaries of your body. This being here energy that you've chosen to do. So now, I'd like for you to just start with this. If you started a sentence in your mind that says, I feel like, lately I feel like. Finish that sentence with something that you might have been struggling with. Feel afraid, like lately I have felt tense, or confused, anxious. And now instead of saying I feel like, I want you to say the story I'm telling myself is. So replace the feel like with the story I'm telling myself is. And now I want you to go back to your body and your breath and find out what that breath feels like when you tell yourself that story. Find that place inside your body and notice how your breath has changed. So we switch gears a bit and we're just feeling into our breath in our body as we tell ourselves the story. It could be physical discomfort that you've been feeling, fear about your health, finances. What is the story? And find it in your body and find that sensation that you're feeling in your body right now as you tell yourself the story. Try to get your mind completely out of the way and just go to that visceral feeling in your body. See if you can draw an edge all around the sensation. And then see if you can feel into the center of what it feels like. The most prominent part of the sensation. The part that feels the most intense. And just keep your awareness on that sensation. Breathe into it. Breathe into the center of the sensation with a long, full, open inhale. And on the exhale, soften the edges around it. Just breathe. Keep breathing that way with a full, deep inhale into the center and relaxing on the exhale. Expanding on the inhale, releasing on the exhale. Feel if it's changing or moving. Feel into what the sensation is as you're breathing in. And softening the edges and releasing on the exhale. Keep breathing like this for a few more breaths until you feel like something has shifted. And then just come to a state of relaxation. Relax your breath now. And complete this question. The truth that I know is, what does that breath feel like? The truth that I know is. And as you reinforce the statement, feel what that breath is like. What are you experiencing in your body now? Where are you experiencing the energy in your body now? So every time we feel caught up in a story or a feeling, we can practice this really short process. Instead of reacting, we can ask ourselves, what do I feel like? And what is the story I'm telling myself? And go to our breath and find that place in our body. Direct our breath right into that sensation. And then it's really just about tapping into the truth and into that moment, into the truth. And when you feel ready, come back to open your eyes and join us again. Just to trust that your breath is this best natural medicine to always bring you back into a state of balance. I mean, I'd love to hear from you and see how this was for you. So hopefully you can practice this every day. You can practice some form of going into your heart space, going into your breath, and undoing all what needs to be undone.
Feel free to turn on your video and unmute yourselves if you want to share your experience, or feel free to put it in chat.
Yeah, Susie.
Wow, Nancy, that was pretty magical. I didn't even get as far as experiencing the center of the feeling and then softening the edges. It sort of dissipated as soon as I put my attention on it.
Wow.
So now I'm just kind of floating. It's a really good practice. It's really great. I can see being able to recall it. I love the simplicity of it. And thanks so much.
You're so welcome. You are so very welcome. It's there's so many different ways to practice meditation, and I think we all live in our heads all the time. We're not accustomed to being in our bodies. So I decided to give you today something really simple that you could access. But I am also available to help people go deeper into, there's so many different breaths. There's transformational breath where you can undo a lot of historical trauma that's been lodged in your body, that needs to be released. And those are longer sessions, and they include different kinds of breath. But there's breaths that help you to sleep better. There's a whole array of things that you can do. But I wanted to keep it simple. So thank you, Susie.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Hi, Cherry. Do you want to unmute yourself?
I'm trying to figure this out.
You did.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hi, everyone. I had the best breath session with Nancy a few weeks ago that literally changed my life. So it was just transformative for me, and it's every day is so much better because of that.
Very relaxed right now too.
Yes,
Yeah, I can't
yes.
imagine the shift in life if you did this on a regular basis, like you woke up every morning and did this. I just think I would be so much more grounded in life.
Yes, it sets your day for, your whole day. And it's nice because you realize that you don't have to spend an hour to just calm yourself, just taking the 5 minutes, 10 minutes to calm and do your breathing has helped tremendously. Or when I feel I get anxious and I follow that example of, is this the truth? And I adjust my perception of it, has really changed, like, all day long, every day. So yes, you're like, truly amazing.
The world needs each one of us right now to step into this place of love and connectedness for ourselves, because out there in the world, everybody's got masks on and you see fear in people's eyes. We need to be that magnet of love. We need to be that magnet of energy. We are just pure energy. And our breath is the prana that we are calling in, we're inviting in, so we can give it out. But this time more than ever calls us to do this inner work. I mean, there is no excuse. We need each one of us, to show up.
Lynn, did you want to share? Your mute is
I'm
still on.
mute.
I was just going to say it was way more powerful than I expected, as far as to coming into connection with some feelings and challenges for me.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Well, and Nancy, thank you so much. Such a lovely way to start the day.
So welcome.